everybody, and welcome back to Indie Film Cafe. I'm your host, Jonathan Moody, and I'm doing another movie review. I haven't done an actual, just regular movie review in a while. Usually we do all these different shows like Criterion Watch or Indie Film Cafe itself or whatever. And then we used to do regular movie reviews. So I thought, well, occasionally I want to bring that back and talk about something that is indie, so I can't really put it in a lot of those other categories. And I didn't necessarily want to do it for Quick Review Thursday or for Indie Film Cafe itself. I wanted to kind of talk about it on my own because I watched it and I really, really enjoyed it. And so I decided to talk about The Charisma Killers, which I got on DVD and you can buy from Amazon. It's out right now. And so to begin with, I just want to say I absolutely love this film. Like I had a blast from start to finish. You could definitely tell it was indie. There was a lot of independent film traits to it. But for something with like such a low budget and so many different characters and all this different stuff happening, it was pretty impressive. Michael Matteo Rossi, I'm hoping I'm saying that name right exactly. He does such a great job writing and directing this film. So basically the story, and I'm not going to spoil anything, so be warned that I'm just not going to do that because I want people to be able to watch this movie and it's not really available in a lot of places, so I don't want to give away, too many things. But I will say it's just about, like let me read the back of the cover. So this kind of explains it a little bit. It says a former detective gone rogue, the old man has been the father figure and mentor to seven killers who have become like his children. The seven killers who murder in unique ways, primarily bad people, become friends, a twisted family of sorts. The old man keeps them out of jail. In return, the killers pay him tribute. When the old man finds out he has terminal cancer, he summons them, tells them the news, and reveals one last wish. He wants them to take revenge on the son of the man who screwed him over in the past, Fowler Jr., the soon-to-be captain of the police. Junior throws a celebration for his promotion to become captain, and in attendance are seven very dangerous uninvited guests. Yeah, so that pretty much sums up the movie. I mean, I don't really have to go too much into detail. I will say there are a few of the actors that really, 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 really stand out. Or the characters especially. I really, really enjoyed Logan Paul Logan. I almost call him Logan Paul. I'm sure he gets that all the time. Paul Logan. I really liked it. He was Psycho, and that I mean that was his name, and that was what he was. Kind of self-explanatory. I really dug him. Uh, but I think I think it was because like he really seemed to enjoy playing the part and being the character. So he had the more funny lines or more goofy kind of situations. And I thought he was pretty funny. Um, and then also, obviously I love Vernon Wells, who played the old man, who a lot of people might know from Road Warrior or reprising his character from Road Warrior in Weird Science. So it was a lot of fun. And then yeah, it's been a ton of things since then. I mean, his career is amazing. Vanessa Angel's in it for I don't know. I think maybe 10 minutes at the most. She's not if you're like a Vanessa Angel fan, I would definitely recommend watching this movie because she has a really good scene with the guy who plays Fowler Jr., Chris Moss. They both have this chemistry and this scene together that's just really, really good. And um I thought, wow, that was great. I don't want to say much more about it because, whatever. But I like the guy who played Lone. And I loved Marnette Patterson in this movie. I thought she was great. She was fantastic. I kind of wish there was more of her. And I think my maybe my only biggest problem with the movie, and I mean, it's not really a big problem, but my problem with it is that there's just a lot of characters, and the problem with the movie, like an independent movie especially, when there's a lot of characters, there's not as much screen time for everybody. So some people sort of, kind of get their own stuff, have to be away, it just it's not as good as if they were all together all the time, or sort of thing. Like if four people were stuck in a house by themselves or something, and then you see the four people the whole time. Like that's different. But like when it's like seven killers plus these side characters that are in it, there's a photographer and other people who they use to kind of get into this big police gala thing that's happening. Also, Michael Matteo Rossi does have a little cameo. It's like a Hitchcock kind of. It's a little more than a Hitchcock because Hitchcock's like you blink, you miss it kind of thing, and his is you very much know who he is, and if you know what he looks like. But he plays like one of the attendants of the gala, and he's with his wife, his character's wife. It was pretty cool. I like that. And I just liked how everybody had their own thing. It wasn't like any of the killers kind of had a similar trait to them. I think they did say that the male and the male and female character are kind of similar to each other. So similar they end up kind of having a relationship, which is quick. So that's quick in the movie, so it's not really a spoiler. Um, but I did like that there's rules. I would have loved to see all the rules broken by the end of the movie, kind of like Gremlins or something, like where they have all these rules and then they do break a couple of them, but if all of them are broken, by the end of it and everything, because because there's too much stuff going on, things like that. I just really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was fun. It had really good like comedic lines in it. So there's some, scenes that just kind of cracked me up a little bit. Uh it wasn't funny. Like the movie wasn't a comedy. But it did have funny bits in it. Like once again, like Psycho was funny. Rope, who Marnette played, was the more serious character and she was sweet and really cared about the old man. And she had more scenes with Vernon Wells, I think, than anybody else did. And I really enjoyed watching those scenes together because it gave the characters a little bit more dynamic and it also kind of explained a little bit. So I like that. So I thought there was a stellar cast, a lot of fun. If I did do a letterbox. I was the first letterbox person to do a review. I gave it 4 stars out of 5. I think it's well, it's pretty good up there. I mean, I do wish that there was more time for some of the other characters. I mean, it was already an hour and 41 minutes, which for an indie action flick, that's actually kind of on the longer side. Generally speaking, they like to keep it at 90 or less, I've noticed nowadays, but I kind of like it being an hour and 41 because I kind of wish there was more like a little bit more stuff with them. Um and when I heard about the movie, I kind of thought differently. Like I thought it was gonna go a different way than it was, and I love where it went. But I would have, I obviously as a different writer would have done something different, and that's fine. Because I love what they did. Because Michael just knew what he wanted to do and did something just fun and enjoyable. And if you like action flicks, this movie is up there with stuff like The Expendables, that's what I guess I'd kind of compare it to, except yeah, it's kind of like the expendable, like a low budget Expendables, which not a bad thing. So, all right, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you guys like this and you enjoyed me doing this, let me know. I'll do more when I start picking up more indie flicks and everything, and maybe just do this or have a guest maybe and do a review, especially if they're like on Tubi or something like that. So let me know, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.